All right, so this is part 3 from part 2 and part 1. You're not going to get it nowhere else, guys, right? You may get other forms of this, but I dedicated my life for centuries, years, millenniums before the creation because I'm primordial, right? A primordial nine ether being. I know how to explain something that comes out of nothing, right? Because I understand the nothing and how it turned into something. Nothing has the same formats of something. Only reason why it's called nothing to certain individuals is because they can't see it. Okay? We can see dark matter. They only see physical matter. This is why everything's so technical for them. Okay? You didn't understand how the heart beat and what was causing it to beat faster and faster. You had to make a machine called a heart monitor, right? And then it's beep, 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 beep. Okay, he's at a good tempo. Beep, 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 beep. Oh shit, something's affecting the heart. The heart's overworking. Beep. Oh, we're losing them. Technology. You don't know how to physically fix. You don't know how to fix something unless it's physical. Talking to the enemy here. You don't know how to fix something unless it's physical. All right? We feel. That's why we're better in the dark. We don't need light. You put us in the dark, we know our way more better than anybody. I'm going to show you what they are. They're the people who are like, Marco don't know where the fuck he's going. Marco. Until that motherfucker say, Polo, there we are, Polo. He going in the direction. He feeling shit. He walking. Now he Marco. Your ass know exactly where you Polo. Looking at him. Polo. But then Marco puts the light on. Marco puts the light on your ass. Oh, there you are. Now you can't hide nowhere. This is the CIA. This is the FBI. This is the government. That's what they are. They're Marcos. You see what I'm saying? They like, Marco. You know what? Fuck this shit. I see Polo. Where he at? Right over here. He vibrating this high. He's right over here in this area. Put some nanobots in him when he's born so we can always know where his levels and where he's going. Here's the meter. What's his levels and his condition? Now you got a smartwatch on yourself. Oh, it look like his heart racing right now. What's going on? Why he so happy? Oh shit. Only hearts that beat at this tempo can have this frequency of happiness, joy, and bliss. Oh, we're gonna have to send something his way. Send him a female. You know what? Activate his mother's nanobot to cause him stress and disharm and neglect him. Oh, you know what? Make his friends. What's his friend's name? His friend's name Isaiah. But what's his component's name? Dash 3.57. Yeah, turn that on. Hit his switch. Now your friend don't like you. Your friend acting weird towards you, doing all type of crazy shit, and don't even know why he doing it. That's how this shit work. That's literally how this shit work. You are a disability, period, because you're natural. Discommunication means you don't know how to speak to something. Disassemble, which means you're breaking something down. You see what I'm saying? Dissing somebody means you're trying to get them out of character. Dismissed means you're telling someone to leave. You're telling someone to leave. They're not leaving on their own accord. You're telling them they're dismissed. Right? Disability applies to slaying the ability, changing the ability, getting the ability, changing the character of the ability, getting the ability out of character, right? Or breaking down the ability. All right? So when you have ADHD, you basically have nuclear fusion. And nuclear fusion is deuterium, tritium, and helium, which causes abundant energy. Look up everything I just told you. That's exactly how it's going to explain it. Autism. All these dope-ass structures were made by somebody who's autistic. They could do nerve surgery like candy. Like stacking Legos to them. And it's because the gift of them is being childlike. So if you're childlike forever, you're pure. I'm not telling you to be childlike to the point where you touch little kids and you feel being around little boys is the way to go, and little girls. No. But staying childlike to the point where you stay pure. You're automatically going to be able to do things. How that kid do that? You know, kids are really smart. They see somebody who adult. They learned how to do a backflip, right? The kid's like, ooh, whoop, does a backflip. A kid see you doing surgery and see, what's your job, Dad? How you do this and this and that? He wants to grow up and be that. Now he knows how the whole shit works. Now that he's adult, he can just explain how he works. He grew into what he knew he wanted to be, or she, right? Nobody tells you stuff like this because we got to explain their technology and how we live naturally. You know what I'm saying? There's none of their shit matters. A car was invented because certain motherfuckers couldn't travel how we travel. You feel what I'm saying? There's many neurons in your brain. We know how to insert that shit because due to neuromelanin, our cells can speak to light. Those electricities due to 9 ether in your hair, those neutrons going through your brain are electrifying and going everywhere. You have more paths in your head than this whole galaxy and this whole world. You have more paths you can go to and travel to than anything. You can't make this up. Your whole body is speaking to each other. You know, we finna go to Antarctica. You ain't never been to Antarctica, but your soul has. You can leave here and go there. You move quicker than light. Why do you think you could see something so fast and you went to sleep? You thought you were going to sleep, but now you see everything. You see what I'm saying? You move faster than light. They just don't want to tell you because that's a disability. We don't want to add the ability. We don't want to enhance the ability. We want to disability. You have powers and you forgot how to use them because your parents forgot how to use them, or your family never took time to understand or to understand, to overstand the understand. They just understood. And their great-grandparents and their great-grandparents and their great-grandparents and the ones who came, most likely you are the one in that family who came from billions of years, who was original, and you tried to teach the ones who got enslaved what they really were, and they thought you was crazy and they turned you in. The first will be last, the last will be first. You see what I'm saying? If the first came and ended up coming out last, right? That means the last one is gonna come back first. Y'all think, oh, because I'm the baby of the family, I'm gonna be the one to rule this family. No, that's not how that shit works. The first turned into the last, and the last became the first. So that means the original state of source was gonna come at some apparent time, and that timing is now, and that's you. If you're in this moment right now, this is it. This is the last solar cycle. This is the last resurrection cycle. This is why everybody is coming out so publicly, spiritually, to talk to the souls, to let them know, like, you got to get with it now. Now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody back then was like, the world is ending. The world is ending. That was a distraction. That was a distraction. They didn't feel that the world was ending. They were taught the world was ending. So, like I said, this is going to be a battle. Those who know themselves and chose themselves against those who don't know themselves and feel they are chosen. This is going to be the battle. And they're going to side with whatever object that said it was coming back is going to look like what you imagined to come back. And those who know what's not supposed to come back here or be here are going to stand up on true righteousness. And they're going to use that so-called bad to defeat what is acting good. Which are most people who swear they're good are mostly judgmental. Most people who swear they are good don't know how to stay don't know how to stay away from people who aren't in bad situations. Most people who claim they are good don't fuck with anybody because they feel they're better than that person. Because they're so good, they can't mess with this person. You see what I'm saying? All those accumulate to bad things. Sometimes you got to stand up against yourself. You think that takes good energy to stand up against yourself? No. Sometimes you got to toughen up. To look tough, to look confident makes you look bad. To be that warrior for self and others, you look bad. You feel what I'm saying? Peace, Ashe, Patah. The time is now. Let's rise.